What is going on? Williams Nwaneri ends up committing to the Missouri Tigers. If you're an Oklahoma fan right now, I hate to say it, but right now you are playing your sad little violin. You are feeling sorry for yourself because this is somebody that I've told you and a bunch of other YouTubers have told you, insiders have told you, was going to end up at the University of Oklahoma. But I guess you have to give Clint Cosgrove his credit, because where credit is due, Clint Cosgrove was the first insider to really tell you he is going to be a Missouri Tiger. He stuck his neck out there. He stuck his reputation out there to say, I believe Williams Nwaneri is going to end up playing for Eli Drinkowitz and the Missouri Tigers. Now, if you're an Oklahoma fan and you're watching this video, you have questions, and you're saying the Missouri schedule could be a thing that inhibits Missouri from actually going out there and retaining Williams Nwaneri and potentially another 5-star recruit. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys today about. I want to break it down, talk to you guys about the Missouri schedule and kind of what the expectations should be there now that Williams Nwaneri is a part of the Missouri class as of this moment. So go ahead, jump down in the comments below. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are, because I don't think this is one that we had on our bingo card when it looks at the beginning of the year. Oklahoma getting a guy that was supposed to be from a place that we've recruited well ends up at a school that's close to proximity, I guess. But it sounds like proximity and money won this battle. It's not saying OU couldn't drop a bag. OU wasn't going to lose this battle based on money alone. But it looks like the parents won the battle in getting him to Missouri. The question is, can the Missouri Tigers and Eli Drinkowitz keep him committed all the way through signing day, early signing day? Because this kid's going to sign on early signing day. Can they keep him committed all the way through early signing day when pen gets put to paper and he's officially a Tiger? I think that's the real question we have to ask ourselves. Because when you look at Missouri's schedule for 2023, it's not easy. South Dakota, that should be a win for Missouri. But I circle game number 2 and say, could this be the first game that we ask ourselves, is Eli Drinkowitz going to get fired? And the reason why I ask that is Middle Tennessee, September 9th. Well, didn't Middle Tennessee just upset Miami last year? Yep, he did. Didn't got Kansas State the week after. I don't think they're beating K-State. That's 1-2. I don't know what Memphis looks like. I don't know how good they're going to be. But here's the deal. You start out the season 1-3, heading into Vanderbilt. Could they have fired Eli Drinkowitz by this time? They're 2-2. You go into Vanderbilt. You got to beat Vandy. You've got to beat 3-2, because your next slate of games is LSU, Kentucky, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, and Arkansas. You're telling me that they're going to win those next 6 games? This is not a tough schedule for Missouri. Yeah, you could be generous and give them 4 wins. You could say that they beat South Dakota, they beat Middle Tennessee, they beat Kansas State, and they beat Memphis. Maybe they lose to Vandy, or maybe they lose to K-State and beat Vandy and they get the 4 wins. 4-8's not good enough to keep your job if you're Eli Drinkowitz. So the question is, when this staff turns over, and I believe it's inevitable, just like when Thanos snapped his fingers and the Avengers decided that they were going to float away and be magical dust particles, you have to really ask yourself, will Williams Nwaneri and Ryan Wingo stay committed? You might be saying, well, wait, whoa. What do you mean about Ryan Wingo? Well, Williams Nwaneri's committed. We've heard all the smoke around Ryan Wingo wanting to potentially commit to the University of Missouri. And although that would give Missouri one of their best classes they've ever had, I'm not 100% sure that Missouri is going to be able to hold on to both of those commitments. Now, if they are, and ultimately Steve Wiltfong is wrong and Ryan Wingo does not go to the University of Texas, Missouri's able to hold on to both, it's actually some really good momentum for the next staff that's going to come into the University of Missouri. Because they can build off that and say, although our last coaching staff was fired, the University of Missouri is a place that people want to play. If you're from the state, stay here. We're the SEC. hey, we've won this side of the conference twice against the reigning two-time defending champions, Georgia. It's an interesting pitch, and it's one I think we're going to have to watch and see. Can Missouri sustain holding on to these five-star recruits? So, guys, I want to hear from you. If you're a Missouri fan, if you're an Oklahoma fan, what are your guys' thoughts? Go ahead, jump down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think.